Welcome to From Beyond with your host, Glenn Boddice. Join me as we explore spirituality, self-help, and channeling spirits. Hello and welcome to From Beyond with your host, Glenn Boddice, spiritual medium. Thank you for tuning in, as in this week's episode, we're going to be discussing the power of prayer and distant healing. Also in this week's episode, we have the channeling from the world of spirit, which sees me becoming a vessel for spirit to bring their communications and wisdom through. And later on in this show, we have this week's energy forecast reading, which will hopefully help you navigate your way through the twists and turns of this week ahead. So as I say, we're discussing today the power of prayer and distant healing. So first of all, don't let that word prayer intimidate you or maybe make you feel uncomfortable in some way, shape or form, because I would say prayer is a form of intention, a focused intention, and having that clarity where you want to channel and allow positive vibrational energies to be focused on and sent to. So with that being said, you can do this in many forms with your focused intention. First of all, the obvious thing is know what you want. Know what you want to achieve. What is the desired outcome of your prayer/intention? In this week's show, we're talking mainly about healing and sending healing energy, not for ourselves, but for those people, situations, and places that need it the most. So with this being said, for example, if you have a family member, a friend or a loved one that is going through a particularly tough time in their life, whether this is with their physical, mental or emotional health, then obviously that will be your target focus, won't it? And so with that being said, you have to ask. Once you're clear of the intention, you have to ask either the universe, the energy, the God source, whatever your belief system is. It doesn't really matter as such, as long as you're clear and focused on where you wish this universal positive vibrational healing to be sent. And when you ask for it, that is starting the ball rolling with this vibration change. So with this being said, you have to have a level of belief in the words that you're using. And may I suggest that when you are asking, you make your words of a positive vibration, so that you're only focusing on the clear good for those individuals, the situation, or the location that you're intending the healing to be sent to. The next thing you need to be aware of is the connection that you have with source energy, universal energy, God source, whatever you wish to term this vibrational energy as. It is entirely up to you. But as long as you establish a connection and with an internal compass or knowingness that we are all part of it and we are all connected. And with that being said and having that belief system, it will amplify the strength and the intention of the healing and the intentions that you're sending out to either those individuals, the places, the situations. The next thing is you have to have an unshakable level of trust and faith in the prayer or the intentions that you're sending out and asking of the universe or the God source energy. Now, you may notice there may be things that try and take you off of that pathway of trust and faith. And this is a test. This is a test and a testimony to your individual strength and your internal focus on that healing. Act as though it's already happened. And this will help you stay centered and focused in that level of trust. Now, the vibration of love overcomes all. So you want to be vibrating of a high vibration yourself. Again, connected with trust, with truth, with faith, and also establishing that warm, energetic feeling emanating from your heart chakra. And when I say this, you'll know that it's love vibration because there is no resistance. That feeling I described in your heart there, you'll feel that expansive energy, the feeling of joy, the feeling of flow, and the feeling of alignment, all of those things in that one sensation when you're observing this energy, this healing vibration flowing through you with focused intention. You will notice all of these things. It's a wonderful experience. Those of you that have never done this before, I would certainly highly recommend it to you. But you have to be in I would say, a place of love and a place of alignment before you can fully witness and be part of this chain. What I mean by that, you have to be clear. You have to be looking after yourself on an energetic level, your mental state, your emotions, your intentions, because you must understand that if you're not a clear channel or vessel for this healing vibration and intentions to flow through, then there will be elements or a form of distortion, maybe emotionally or mentally, coming from you as that giver of energy healing. It will also be added into the mix with that vibrational healing that you're being inspired to send. Now, why I say this is because by keeping ourselves as pure as possible, then without any attachment, then this healing energy can be as pure and clear and intensified as it can possibly be. So looking after yourself, I would say, is paramount when you're sending healing prayer state energy there, to make it as pure as possible. What I would suggest, just as an idea, and you may have heard this or seen it in religious buildings or individuals' buildings, in fact, is a prayer book. Now, essentially what a prayer book is it's where you would place the name of a person you're wishing to send these healing vibrations, these energies to. And I would say in a spiritual church situation, or in fact any church, they would have a prayer book where they ask the congregation to maybe put the name of the individual they would like healing, an intentional focused light to be sent. And then during the congregation or the service, they would go into the prayer book and read out the names in that book so that the collective within the building can then focus their intention, their purest intentions of unconditional love and healing towards those individuals as their names are being read. Now, you don't necessarily have to know these individuals on a personal level. Just the fact that you're linking in with them via their name, which is a vibration, which is unique to that individual, and with your purest thoughts and intentions, and are obviously collective, the collective energy within that establishment will amplify that unconditional love and healing that is being emitted and sent to either those individuals in the prayer book or the situations that they happen to be going through in their lives. So it's a beautiful tool that you can use to harness collective vibrational healing energy to be sent to those individuals. Something that I do as well, and in fact, quite a few of my friends do, we have WhatsApp groups. And in fact, in those WhatsApp groups, people will put in them, can you all send some healing too? And then they'll place a name in that WhatsApp group. You don't have to say the situation, what they're going through, or anything of that nature. Just when you're on these WhatsApp groups and you send that out there, the vibration again of the collective energy and their purest intentions will be sent out with intention to the individual that you've asked them to focus in on. So we can use it in, I would say, modern terms with the technology that is available to us in order to, again, if we can't be together collectively in the physically, virtually, like I say, we're all connected. So just setting that intention and having that focus on that individual name or individuals' names, because it can be more than one, then this intense healing vibration will be sent with the purest of love and intentions. Also, I would suggest having an intention manifest. So this is similar to a prayer book, except I would say it has less religious connections to it, so that you feel more comfortable. Those of you that will feel more comfortable in using this is like a list, a shopping list, if you will, where you set your purest intentions. And again, you're wanting, with it being healing, you're wanting it to be sent to others to help them. Okay, so either put their names in the book, and you can write down at the side of their name the intention that you want for them. You know, obviously it's got to be of a positive, high vibrational nature, but you can write that at the side of their name. And in this intentional manifest journal, if you like, this is something that you can tap into on a daily basis. Maybe when you're just after you've done your meditation or before you go into your meditation, you can read it out. And this time you're feeling into the vibration of that individual. Not, I would say, not attaching yourselves to them, but feeling into the vibration. And this is almost like, I would say, calling them on a telephone. You know, everybody has a telephone number, and you'd have to dial in that number in order to connect with that individual. Well, you're doing this something similar, using that analogy, but you're feeling into the vibration of that individual, using their name in order to do that. Whilst you've got that connection there, that feeling, that link, then this is where you can look at what you've written at the side of them and read out the purest intentions of a positive nature that you are sending to them. And by doing that on a daily basis, you're sending that so unconditional love and healing and positivity into their lives. And this is going to make a beautiful impact on them. You don't even have to tell them that this is what you're doing. Just the fact that there's no investment in it for you whatsoever. You're not looking for any pats on the back or anything like that. You're just tapping into source energy, universal energy, and you're focusing in with higher intentions for those people on your list, and, you know, with the greatest of love and respect being sent to them. So just a few little tips there that you can do if you're feeling the urge that there's people in your family or friendship circles that are particularly going through a tough time. And let's face it, a lot of us at this moment on our Earth timeline are going through something of a very transformative nature. And so it doesn't help to send the purest love and intentions to people, does it? To just give them that lift up. And again, we can remain anonymous while we're doing this. It's not an exercise for us to get a pat on the back or a thank you very much. Not at all. It's about serving. It's about helping and healing with no agenda for ourselves. Having said that, what you will find is that because you're vibrating at a high vibration, as you know, as we give, we receive. But you've got to be in a state of receiving, because a lot of us maybe have some issues around receiving energy. So you have to be in a receiving state. Why I say that is because those of you that are sending this unconditional love and healing out into the ether to those individuals on your list, then at some point when you need that energy, the natural order of things, it will come back to you. You do not have to worry about it. You don't have to ask for it. It will be automatically given back to you. And that's, I would say that's the nature of the universe. You know, you give, you receive, you give, receive. That's how that energy is kept moving. What I would say is another technique you can use is going into like a daydream state where you hold those individuals or a situation in your life in your mind's eye, and focus in on it and hold that frequency there, not with an attachment vibration, you must understand, like the analogy I was using earlier, like calling somebody up on the phone. This is something similar, except you're not calling out their name. You're just linking in on a visual vibration using your third eye to do that. And when you hold them in your thoughts in this level, you'll then begin to send or visualize a highest intention for them, whether this is perfect health, mentally, emotionally, physically. It could be to help them finding peace in their life or to get on a higher timeline, whatever it is for you wanting for them. Then you can do this again using your internal third eye and holding them in your thoughts, in your visions, and visualizing a positive outcome. And that in turn will also send out those high vibrational forms of healing to those individuals or situations that you're focusing in on. Okay, when you send this unconditional love and healing, you will find on a personal level, as a sender of this information, this healing, that you will start to feel lighter in your physical body. And you may feel a little bit dizzy, lightheaded. You may also find that your heart chakra, or the center of your chest, will also feel warm and expanded as you connect in with these vibrations. And it's a beautiful feeling when you're in the flow of this vibration. So just be aware of that after you've done some of these exercises or connected in with energy. It's a beautiful feeling. This way, this is your feedback to let you know that that intentional healing has been sent to those individuals or that situation. It's almost like receiving an email receipt. Let's put it in modern terms. So these, I would say, physical feedbacks that you're getting is just to let you know that it has been sent. Now, the receiver of the unconditional love and healing that you've sent out there will also feel a shift in their vibration, in their energy. They too may feel a little bit lighter in their physical body. They may feel more energetic, maybe a little bit hyperactive. Also, they may notice that they start to receive inspired thoughts. So maybe those individuals had a rigid state of how they saw a situation in their life, or their life, for example. And yet this inspired thought is helping them move out of that rigid thinking into another vibration, this vibration of healing, this vibration of inspiration, of new ways of tackling their situation or moving out of that situation. So they will experience that. Also, like I say, they'll have more vitality within their vibration. And they'll have a sense of realignment to a higher timeline. Now, not everybody notices this straight away, the recipient of this healing vibration. However, their loved ones around them, their family, friends, and social circles may start to notice very subtle changes in their behavior. And the way that they speak about themselves may change. They may start to talk about themselves and their plans in a more positive light. And so the people around them will notice this subtle change. And then with this being observed, this energy will then progress until this person has moved in a higher timeline. Some may say that they notice a complete 360 of the person's, the recipient of that healing energy's personality and outlook. They may have been going through a situation where they perceive themselves as living a bleak lifestyle or a situation, and then all of a sudden it's been turned on its head and they have this new lust for life that wasn't there and that wasn't even looking like it was ever going to return back into them. So notice that around people as well, particularly those that have been on prayer lists or have been on people's minds, where people have been sending their greatest love and purest intentions to. It is a wonderful, I would say, beautiful experience when you witness this change in people, positive and love vibrations. You just feel that joy in your heart as an observer, and you feel very proud of them and very sort of, you're behind them, supportive of them, like, go get them. It's a wonderful feeling when you observe that. I want to touch upon now creating energy balls as well. What I'm talking about here is it's similar in effect as the power of prayer and intention, but you're adding physicality and manipulating positive energy whilst you're doing that. So creating energy balls of healing, first of all, we use the technique as we said earlier, of clear intention. So knowing what you would like to achieve, what's going to be the outcome, and who are you dialing into? Who are you sending these energy balls of healing to, or what situation are you focusing on where healing is required? So you get to that level first. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to visualize those individuals. Remember what we said earlier about creating a visual link with them, almost like dialing in a phone number? Well, you're going to get that link with them. And when you establish that link with them, you'll notice a shift in your vibrational energy, just a subtle shift. You may notice a tingle that goes down the back of your spine, and this will let you know that you have a connection there to that individual or those situations. Then with pure intention, you visualize the greatest outcome, the purest unconditional love and healing to be gifted to those individuals or that situation. Only this time, what you're going to do, using your physical hands, you're going to rub your hands together to warm the vibrations in your hands, to create this energy ball. And then you're going to move your hands apart. And as you slowly move your hands apart, you will feel this magnetic energy between the both of your hands. What you're going to do now is you're going to manipulate this energy physically, and you're going to imagine, and you'll actually feel the resistance of the magnetic energy between your hands, and you're going to mold it as if you're creating a snowball. So whilst you're feeling this magnetic energy between both of your hands, you're then focusing in, dialing in with your intentions of pure love and unconditional healing, and also holding those higher visions and that connection to the individual or circumstances that you're wanting to send this healing to. And as you're creating that energy ball, you're fusing all of those positive intentions, that unconditional love, that universal love and healing and higher vibrations into that energy ball. And right in between your hands, you can feel that energy feeling. It's a combination of feeling compressed yet intensified. You feel the magnetic pull getting stronger and stronger. Also, you'll notice that there's a sense of urgency with this healing that needs to be sent. And when you feel that it's reached its peak, that intention, that magnetic feeling between both of your hands, you've shaped that energy ball like you would a snowball. At that point, then you're going to hold that person in your thoughts, and you're going to release that ball out into the ether by throwing it up. I would certainly say up into the air, into the ether, with that intense focus on the individual, the individuals, or that circumstance. And when you've sent it and you've let it go, you'll notice that your vibration again will feel lighter. You'll feel a tingling feeling to let you know that healing has been sent and received to that situation or those recipients there. So it's a wonderful tool that you can use for distance and remote healing. I've certainly experienced it a few times. I've sent the healing energy, and I've also been in a room with one of my friends who created this energy ball, and he threw it directly at me in the room. I wasn't that far away from him, actually, probably about 6 to 10 feet away. And the intense energy that I felt with this purest love and intention that came from him was so intense. It was amazing. It literally physically knocked me back into my seat because I was sitting forward, and the intense energy just physically pushed me back into my seat. It was like nothing I'd ever experienced. It was incredible to be on the receiving end of that. So I do know that it does certainly work, but you've got to be pure of intention. And again, you've got to be in a mindset where this isn't about you. It's about the healing need of that individual, and that purest love and intention is being sent to them. That way, it will help them a lot quicker. Okay. So it's, like I say, a fantastic tool to use if you've never tried that. Also, like I've kept reiterating throughout this episode, is clear focus intentions are key to connecting in with the power of prayer, intention, or energy balls, sending those. And so be sure what you're wanting to send. Ideally, you're wanting to be focused on the highest good, the highest situation, the healing situation, the purity of the best for those individuals or that situation. But you also, before you can even send energy balls or use the power of prayer and intention, what I would certainly recommend is to focus on yourself. And I'm not talking about healing this time. I'm talking about keeping yourself pure, looking after your mental state, making sure that your choice of words are of a high vibrational nature. Also looking after your emotional state so that you're not attached and you're not being pulled down by your past belief systems, your old energies, maybe some of the negative things that you've gone through within your life. So you've done all the inner work, you've let all of that go, and you're monitoring it. Just because you've done the healing work on yourself and the inner work, sometimes there's fragments of that still within you, buried, that you didn't realize was still there. So I would say on a daily basis, you need to be checking in on yourself to make sure that you don't have any of these old attachments, so that you're pure vibrationally clear and you're vibrating as high as you possibly energetically and physically can be. That is vibrational alignment, so you're connecting them with high vibrations, so that when you do send those intentions of a purest nature of love and healing, no matter which method you choose to use, then that will be the energy that the recipient will receive. If you haven't done the inner work on yourself and keeping a check on yourself, then there is that potential for some of those fractals or fragments or energetic distortion to be embedded into the healing that you're sent. So there's always that potential that the receiver could pick up on some of your issues, or maybe start embodying some of them, because they have been infused into that energy and that purest intention that you've sent. So I would certainly recommend that before doing any of these that we're talking about today, make sure you're looking after yourself. This also goes in alignment with the food that you eat as well. So you're eating high vibrational foods that don't weigh you down, that don't make you feel ill and lethargic. You're wanting to be a pure vessel. Also, some of the, I would say, some of the social interactions that you have, you're wanting to have a wonderful high vibrational set of friends. So again, you're not infusing those negative energies into that healing that you're doing. And also some of the entertainment that you watch or listen to. Ideally, it wants to make you feel higher vibrational when you've had that interaction with that media or that music. If it's not, then that sort of adrenaline rush, that tense feeling that you get when you watch something low vibrational or listen to something low vibrational, again, that has the potentiality to stick in your vibration. And when you're sending this intention or healing, has the potentiality to infuse into that. So it pays for you to look out for yourself, again, because everybody benefits by you doing that. And then you can be that pure channel, that pure vessel of love for these universal energies to filter through you, and with your purest intentions can be sent and received in ways that you can't possibly begin to fathom and imagine. And that leads me to another thing. Don't try and work out the situation. I mean, we all like to know, I think we've all been brought up to, we like a beginning, a middle, and an end, an outcome there. Just don't attach yourself to any of that. Just be present, be pure, and connect in with your purest intentions, and everything will be taken care of. Definitely. So I hope that's given you something to think about and certainly utilize with helping your friends and family, even though sometimes you feel physically you can't actually do anything. Maybe consider doing some of the techniques that I've offered to you today. But obviously, remember to look after yourself first so that you're a pure channel of healing and unconditional love to be sent to those individuals or that situation. Well, now we're going to move into the next segment of the show, which is this week's channeling from the world of spirit, which sees me becoming a vessel for spirit to bring their wisdom and communications through. But before we do that, I'd like to touch base with you all and ask you the question, how have you been feeling over this past week? Because I know I certainly have, and I put a bit of a questionnaire out on social media last week, actually, about the very subject, because I've been noticing the energy has shifted, it has changed, particularly Monday and Tuesday of last week. It felt like the energies were being drained out of you. You were finding it, well, I was certainly finding it hard to concentrate and focus. And I just felt really peculiar, not myself. And as I was saying to people online, I pride myself on looking after my physical health, my mental health, and my emotional health. So I am a clear channel, a clear vessel. In order to do the work that I do, being a spiritual medium. So when something feels out of sorts in that level, and before I go into this, I do put the protection up on a daily basis, the energy protection there. And so I know that I'm clear, I'm cleansed, I'm ready to work, I'm being my authentic true self. So when I'm feeling something out of sorts, to me, this is something to do with galactic or universal energies. So I was picking that up this week, and it felt rather peculiar. It was hard to get going. There was things that were going wrong for me in my daily duties, and I just soldiered on regardless. However, Tuesday of last week, I did have to down tools and just say, look, I'm not in a place to be of value. I've just got to sit with these energies at this moment in time, because my guides were saying there's certainly an alignment of new vibrations. Obviously, we were coming into the 8-8 or the Lion's Mane portal, as they call it, on Thursday of last week. So my guides were saying it's in preparation for these new timelines opening up. And I did get the feeling that change was on its way and that we did need to remain positive throughout feeling these lulls in our vibration, in our energy there. And there was a lot of people actually online when I posted this that were saying that things of a similar nature. They were going through feeling lethargic, feeling drained. They couldn't understand why, because they're physically fit and healthy as well. And they found it hard to get going, and it just made them feel very uncomfortable. So I just wanted to throw that out there to you all, and just to see if anybody else noticed it last week. Do let us know. It would be wonderful to hear from you. Anyway, we're going to move, like I say, into the next segment of the show, which is this week's channeling from the world of spirit. So sit back, relax, take some notes if you wish to do so, and enjoy this week's channeling.
Hello. We wanted to connect with you and ask you if you have noticed substantial changes occurring in your life. There's lots of unfinished business coming to the forefront of your experience. What we're referring to when we say these claims is that there's experiences that you've gone through within your life, and rather than dealing with them, you have pushed them deep within yourself in order to keep on calm and carry on in your present moment life. However, you have unfinished business, and what most of you will have been encountering these last few weeks is the fact that these are rising up for you to pay attention and to finish off those assignments, both on a mental state and also an emotional state. And what we mean by this is processing that information, those situations and circumstances that you have gone through, and just being present with them and processing them, allowing them to play out. What we advise you to do is to those situations, rather than looking at them from a perspective of I'm right, you're wrong, and that wasn't a pleasant encounter, we encourage you to look at those situations with reverence, with love, with gratitude, and seeing the blessings in those circumstances from your now moment consciousness vantage point. Because what you will find and observe is a lot of those things came into your life to serve you rather than to take away from you. They were there for your highest good, so that you could become the version of yourself, the version of yourself that is listening to this message right here, right now. Without these changes and experiences, you wouldn't have arrived at this destination. However, most of you are experiencing a part in your life where you feel like you're treading water, not going anywhere fast, and not obtaining the life that you desire. You're just experiencing life on a, shall we say, a merry-go-round, on a loop. And we say that this is happening for good reason, as is everything in your life. This is for you to have some time for inner development and self-reflection, because your life has always been quick, on the move all the time. And so these periods of your life are there for you to process them, do the inner work and healing so that you can let those elements go and move and be more present in your life. When you're more present in your life, you realize that you are the creator. You always have a choice in any one given moment. And it is always up to you on which vibration you wish to choose to exist on. As you know, you are multiple dimensional beings. So there's millions upon millions of versions of yourself. And it is through being present, being aware of the choice, that dictates to you which version of yourself your spiritual soul fractal is going to be more dominant in and have that encounter or experience. So this situation we're describing to you will help you arrive at a more just, a more in alignment state of consciousness and awareness, where you've done the inner work, you've done the healing, and in doing so you've released those old energetic shackles, which has also been adding to your displeasure, being stuck in your present moment consciousness. So we wanted to come forward just to bring this information to your attention, as you will find over the up and coming weeks that this will also help you remain calm. It will help you to relax more in your life and actually have a state of everything is working out for my highest good. So it will keep you in that level of high vibrational state of consciousness. Most of you have the choice, however, to decide, I don't like this, I don't want this, why is this happening to me? And you start focusing on the negative aspects of your experiences. And we say whatever you focus your time and attention on becomes your reality. So be very mindful when you're experiencing these shifts and changes within your life, because the more energy you give to them, the more of that vibration you will experience in your present moment consciousness. So we wanted to alarm you and bring you up to speed where you are in your life. Now moving forward, we are wanting to tell you that your manifestations, yes, you can manifest anything you desire, but you will be noticing that there's a degree of time lapse with them at this present moment in time. You're wanting them a lot quicker than what the universe is aligning you with. And we say this is for good reason, because the best is wanting to come in, but however, do not make any rash decisions or focus on why isn't this happening for me, what's this. Instead, we want you to focus on your highest timeline. And we understand that a lot of you have gone through many twists and changes within your life to the degree where you haven't experienced your highest timeline as such. And you find it increasingly difficult to visualize and feel the experience within that. And we say, have trust, have patience, and connect in with the vibration of your heart chakra. Because it's the feelings that your heart chakra is emitting to you, those high vibrational feelings that you are worthy and that you are deserving of your highest timelines. And when you connect in with those feelings, it doesn't matter about so much as the visualizations in your mind. Instead, focus on the feelings, and your job is to hold those frequencies and those feelings in your heart, no matter what is occurring in your timeline. For it is this stubbornness that will align you to your highest timeline, even if you cannot visualize it using your third eye or your imagination. That doesn't matter. Holding the frequency is key to unlocking the door to your manifestations. Before we go, we want to address a matter that will affect a lot of you listening to this, and this is your emotional state in your heart, your sensitivity, and there's that treading that fine line of between trusting and living with the fear vibration. And we're speaking about your emotions. We're talking about matters of the heart and connections to people that you adore, love, or feel comfortable and aligned with. We say to you that you don't have to figure all the details out. Instead, again, you have to connect in with the vibration of love and hold that frequency in your heart, even if you cannot visualize or see it unfolding in a way in which you wish to come into your reality. We say to you, like we said previously, that the universe has a higher agenda for you. And so having that level of trust and faith in your experience without pushing against the tide of the vibrations that's wanting to come into you, we say that this experience will happen a lot quickly for you. So we hope that this has given you something to consider and look into on an emotional, mental, and also vibrational level, helping you to make sense of where you're at in your life, and also allowing you to recalibrate your vibration to that of a highest timeline. We thank you for listening, and remember that you're never alone. We are always by your side. And so, if you're wanting to have an encounter with us, then simply ask, and we will align with you to the degree that you can experience our vibration in your present moment consciousness. And we will come forward and utilize all of your facets. What we mean by that is your visions, your sight, your hearing, your feelings, your emotions, and also utilizing your past memories in order to communicate with you in some fashion, to let you know we're around you and you're never alone. We send you our love, we send you our healing, and we look forward to our next communication in the near future. Goodbye for now.
What a fantastic communication there from the world of spirit, and very poignant at this moment in time. Nice to hear about us. Our lives are changing, continually changing. And interesting, they talk about that we have unfinished business in terms of some of the processing that we need to do mentally and emotionally with some of the events or situations that have occurred in our life, as now it's time to deal with those trapped emotions in order to transmute that vibration and to process it, and also to let it go in order for us to heal, to expand and grow and just live and thrive in our best timeline there. Obviously, we'll be healing ourselves by doing this process, and it can take as quick or as slow as what it is needed at that moment in time. So there's a need to be patient and to love yourself through this process. Don't be afraid about some of the emotions, some of the memories that do come flooding back, as you do need to process it and allow it to play out again in your mind in order for these energies to be released that you've been carrying forward for such a long period of time. But also reframing those situations will help you heal yourself and the events that occurred in your life. So looking and extracting the gems of knowledge, of wisdom, of positive energy within those situations, flipping the script almost, will also help you move through this circumstance and situation that will allow you to heal at a more faster rate and vibration. And also it will have a positive impact within your now moment consciousness in your life, which will in turn help you make more healthy decisions that are in alignment with your highest timeline there. Also, spend time on this inner development. A lot of us shy away from it, don't we? Because the fear of what we're going to find or feel or experience. But actually, only we can take our energy back, our power back, and to face some of these circumstances in order to reframe them. Because after all, we have the choice in any one given moment. And we are the creator. We are a creator of our own thoughts, our emotions, and we make those choices to connect with our highest timeline in any one given moment. So I really enjoyed that communication there from Spirit. So now we're going to move on to the next segment of the show, which is this week's forecast reading. So hopefully will help you navigate your way through the twists and turns of this week ahead. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's forecast reading. Hello, my name is Glenn Boddice and I'm a spiritual medium, and welcome to this week's energy forecast reading for Monday the 12th of August 2024. Now, those of you that watched me work before will know that I connect with my spirit guides and helpers and also consult the wisdom of the angel tarot cards. So what I'm about to do is just shuffle the pack and allow a card to come out for this week's forecast reading. Okay, so here is your card for this week's forecast reading. I'm now going to link into the vibration of it. First of all, I'm being told change is afoot this week, and also to watch out for your vibration, your thoughts, your emotions this week, as I feel as though there's been a doorway that has opened up for you in terms of helping you with your manifestations. So your wants, your desires, the things that you crave and want in your life, I feel as though that doorway is now opened up. However, with this being said, there still is that potential for you being triggered by emotions, by your thoughts. And the reason I bring this up is because whatever your dominant thoughts or emotions are this week, this will have the potential to manifest in your now moment reality. So police your thoughts, police your emotions this week, and flip the script, in fact, and only focus on the things that you desire in your present moment consciousness. There will be people behaving rather unusual around you, maybe losing their mind, so to speak. And what I mean by this is not being able to hold on to like positive, high vibrational energy. Instead, they're internalizing things and feeling rather forgetful as these energies are changing this week. I do feel as though when you are in alignment, you will get a bit of a hint from the universe that you're on the right path. And this will come in the form of sensations. So you'll feel that tingling sensation by the back of your neck, also down your arms and your spine there. So look out for that. It's nothing negative. It's a very positive sign to tell you that you're on the right path. So watch out for that this week. Also, what I feel this week in particular for you all is that you will be finding yourself being more interactive with people. You'll be wanting to share your story. You'll be wanting to communicate with people, whatever walk of life they happen to be from. And you'll just be wanting to make that connection with them. So watch out for yourself being more friendly to complete strangers. And this is just evidence to you that we are all connected. We are all divine oneness. Watch out for having pins and needles in your hands in particular this week. And this is where you get that numbing sensation in the hands. And I feel as though that this is you picking up on energy. This is an energy change. And it's telling you actually to bring more movement into your life, physical movement, and also energetic movement. So if you have been feeling rather stuck and stagnant over these past few weeks, then this is also a bit of a nod and a wink to you. Now's the time to get going. Whatever you want to bring into your life, now's the time to get pushing with that there as well and work in alignment with the universe. Pay attention to also having different tastes and flavors coming into your mouth that you're not particularly eating or drinking. And I feel as though what I'm tasting right now is like an irony feeling, almost like blood sort of a taste. I know that doesn't sound very pleasant, but I feel as though this is talking about grounding your energies, anchoring your energies. It's you picking up on the vibration changing, as we say. There's lots happening this week. So be gentle with yourself, love yourself unconditionally, and also, if you can, treat yourself to something that you desire, whether this is a cake from the cake shop or, it can be anything. But the fact that you're treating yourself is also heightening your vibration. So let's turn over the card and see what the card has to say for you. Okay, so at the top of the card, we have number 12. So I'd like you to research the angel number of number 12. And also, it's the 12th when this reading goes out as well. So that's no such thing as coincidences. Synchronicities, yes. My guys are saying to add the 2 digits together. So 1 and 2 is 3. And research that as an angel number, as that will also give you some prominent information as well. Underneath that, it says perspective. So that's telling you to actually change the way that you look at things. We said earlier about you flipping the script round and thinking more positively about the things that are going right for you, the things that are going to go right for you. Despite of any mishaps that you may have had in the past, this will see you this week turning that round. Yes, I am going to get that parking space. Yes, I will get to work on time. And all of it sees you changing your perception this week. Underneath that, it reads Archangel Shamiel. So I'm going to link into the feeling tone of that Archangel. The feeling I'm getting is being gentle, being more loving with yourself and appreciative of who you are and what you have in your life, including the people, including the family. And what this will do, it will heighten your vibration, again, taking you out of that foggy mindfulness. It will allow you to be more direct in your week this week. At the bottom of this card, it reads, there is a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. What a beautiful message. So that is simply telling you to trust and to take time out when you feel necessary, but also to, again, flip the script, see the better side of things. Focus your attention on that, as this week is all about you ascending rather than descending, moving into a new timeline. This also goes in alignment, I feel, with your heart opening up. And this goes in alignment with romance, with love, with connections with people, close bonds as well. So watch out for you feeling more drawn towards people. And just allow yourself to speak and communicate and be open and share your true feelings, as I do feel as though this is the key to this week. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable and to be comfortable in that vibration there. Also, being different, it's not telling you to force anything, it's telling you to be you. You are a unique individual, so now's the time to shine and let the world see that. So looking around the artwork of the card, we have a purple blue around the edge of the card. To me, that indicates communication emotions. It also indicates protection. So it's talking about you allowing yourself to be vulnerable, recognizing the emotions, flipping the script, and communicating with others. Also on the card, as you can see, we've got this rather unusual angelic being there, and it's upside down. So as the card will suggest, it's telling you to turn things on its head, look at things differently, and also with the masculine energy, it's telling you to dilute your need to control. It's telling you to dilute the way that you're forcing things to happen and just go with the flow of the universe. Everything's been mapped out for you, so just align with those frequencies and energies. There's lots of floodlights in this as well, so I feel as though there will be a lot of attention on you this week. Just the way that you operate on a daily basis, the way that you're holding yourself, the way that you're communicating with people, and the way that you are daring to be different, like the card suggests. In other words, being yourself, even if you're in the minority of one, continue to do that. The spotlight will be on you. It will not go unnoticed. Other people will recognize your uniqueness, will shine. Also, the card is suggesting that it's a time for celebration this week in terms of your heart chakra moving to a new frequency and opening up and allowing growth to enter your life rather than being restrictive with these new changes coming in. So do allow that process to occur there. Also, I feel as though it's you releasing old shackles of the past, as it also sees you being in a love vibration this week. So do watch out for all of these things. So that's what I'm picking up for this week's forecast. Thank you for hearting, liking, commenting and sharing. If you've enjoyed this reading and you would like to help and support the work that I do, I have got a Buy Me a Coffee link either above or below this video, which is a virtual tip jar. So all of your generous donations will be gratefully received and used in accordance with the spiritual work that I do in order to help people raise their vibration and ascend on their pathway. Also, if you would like a private reading with myself or any other of my spiritual services, head over to my website, which is www.glennboddicespiritualmedium.com, or you can book in with me and make your inquiries with me on Facebook on Glenn Boddice Spiritual Medium. Join me every Monday 4 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time with my radio show From Beyond with Glenn Boddice, talking about all things spiritual, paranormal and self-help on www.pulsetalkradio.com. Thank you for listening, everybody. Bye for now. Have a fantastic week. Well, that sounds very encouraging, doesn't it, for this week ahead? So I hope that has resonated with you on some level, or at least given you some wisdom and guidance to look out for in this week ahead. So I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode, and I hope you've gained either a new perspective or some new knowledge or healing from some of the channelings and the forecast reading, because that is the intention from Spirit and myself in doing this radio show, to help people as much as possible, far and wide as we can, through the content that is channeled from Spirit and that is influenced and inspired from Spirit there as well. Can I encourage you all, if you have any questions you'd like to ask the show about anything spiritual, paranormal or self-help, then please do get in contact with me by heading over to my website, www.glennboddicespiritualmedium.com, or you can contact me on Facebook, Glenn Boddice Spiritual Medium, or you can email me, glennboddice@live.co.uk, and it would be fantastic to hear from you and have some interactions. Also, feedback on the show as well would be greatly appreciated, so please feel free to do that. Anyway, I hope that you're connecting in with these new vibrations, these new changes that we've been speaking of in this show, and that you're easing yourself in rather than rushing into things and just adjusting the feelings, the emotions, the thought processes that you are experiencing in this moment in time. Just be gentle on yourself. There's no rush. Everything is in perfect alignment. So trust the process. So I'd like you to join me next Monday, 4 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time on this very station, www.pulsetalkradio.com, with this very show, From Beyond with Glenn Boddice, and we're going to be discussing, as you know already, all things spiritual, paranormal and self-help. So it would be a blessing and an honor to see you all there next Monday. So have a wonderful week, everybody. Take care, God bless, and bye for now. Thank you for listening to From Beyond. For more information about what products and services Glenn provides, go to glennboddice spiritualmedium.com.